Today, I want to share with you the technique I always use with great success to beat procrastination and be more productive in my studies and work. We live in a distracted world, and the devices we use that help us work and study can also be the ones that distract us and help us procrastinate. The laptop you use to take notes, write code, and build your empire is the same laptop that will give you endless entertainment and distraction. The same tool can help you build your dream and life's work, or help you postpone working on them forever and ever. What I found out is that even though procrastination is bad, we can actually use it to our advantage. If we deploy procrastination strategically and leverage a process in the brain known as the Zeigarnik Effect, we will be able to beat procrastination consistently and effortlessly, becoming more productive and accomplishing more. The goal is to stop procrastinating not by using willpower, but by tricking our brain. The Zeigarnik Effect is a psychological phenomenon named after the psychologist and psychiatrist that discovered it in the 1920s, Bluma Zeigarnik. The Zeigarnik Effect is everywhere and is used against us all the time. Once you learn about it, you will always notice it. The premise of the Zeigarnik Effect is that the brain hates open loops and loves closed loops. Let me explain. Zeigarnik first noticed this phenomenon while sitting in a busy restaurant in Vienna. She noticed that the waiters were very good at remembering and keeping track of all the unfinished order, even if the orders were very complex. But once the order was served and completed, they seemed to forget the details almost immediately. After this observation, she made some experiments at her lab, where she gave people simple tasks like solving puzzles. She then interrupted half of the participants while they were in the middle of solving a puzzle. Then, after an hour, she asked all the participants if they could remember what they have been working on. She then discovered that the people that had been interrupted were twice as likely to remember the tasks they have been interrupted on better than the ones they completed. Zeigarnik discovered that our brains have a need for completion, and if a task isn't completed, it will be more present in our minds compared to a completed task. When a task is not completed, it creates an open loop that our minds want to close. The mind does not like open loops. That is why the end of every episode of a series always ends up in a sort of cliffhanger to keep people hooked. That is why if you asked someone to watch a 10-hour movie, they would say no. But if you take that 10-hour movie and divide it on 10 parts, each with a cliffhanger at the end, that person will be more likely to binge watch the whole thing. So, how do we use this phenomenon to our advantage and beat procrastination in the head? We have to do what Ernest Hemingway did. Ernest Hemingway, a champion among writers and Nobel Prize winner, used what he called useful interruptions. It is said that he used to stop his writing sessions right in the middle of a sentence. Not page or paragraph, a sentence. By doing this, he created an open loop, which means that the next day he will be eager to get started writing, thus defeating procrastination before it even showed its ugly head. If we have a big project to work on, like Ernest Hemingway had a book to write, we need to divide that project in small milestones and easy to accomplish tasks, like paragraphs or chapters of a book. And what we have to do is to make sure that we don't finish a work or study session after we complete a milestone. Instead, we have to make sure we leave a milestone halfway done. If we finish the day with an open loop, it will be incredibly easy for us to get started the next day. And it won't be because of willpower that we will get back to work. It will be because of that feeling of incompleteness. The open loop that our mind is dying to close will give us the push we need to get started quickly and to not procrastinate. All we have to do is learn how to deploy procrastination strategically and postpone finishing a task on purpose while we are in the middle of it. Try this and let me know if it works for you. This tiny trick has done wonders for me. Thanks to this technique, I don't have to go to battle with myself every morning. Instead, I just look forward to finishing what I started. And when I finish a task early in the day, that gives me a tiny victory and accomplishment, which gives me a tiny hit of dopamine and satisfaction early in the morning, which makes me want to keep going. Gives me momentum and puts me on a state of flow. I hope that you use this technique and it helps you as much as it has helped me. That's it for this video. If you found it useful, please like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. And remember that if you want to learn to code for free with me, all you have to do is click the link below. There you will find free courses on JavaScript, Python, React, React Native, Go, Dart, Flutter, and Next.js, among many others, for free. We have courses for all levels, from beginner to advanced, all for free. Click the link below and I will see you there. 언제나 감사하고 사랑합니다. See you on the next one. 다음에 봐요. Bye bye.